Hello, hello, hello. What's up, Michelle? What's up, Small? Let's see. Trying to turn the music down to a tolerable level. Oh, my alarm's going off on my phone. Usually this time of day, we're getting ready for Redacted. There's no show today. How's it going, Small? Second stream of 2026. Nothing special, though. Just fudging about. Who's trying to talk to me? Somebody's trying to talk to me in Telegram. Nothing important. Nothing important. How's it going? How's it going, guys? Gang? I have no alerts, no nothing set up in this. It's like I'm starting from scratch. And like I forgot, how to stream. I'm back to vMix, which I was using first, and then I'd used OBS before, but now I'm using vMix. And what happened was, I don't know, it seemed that maybe my vMix production on the old stream PC was really bogging it down. So I switched over to OBS and built a whole new production, and that seemed to go good. Snowing. It's snowing up in northwest Florida, up on the Panhandle. Apparently, it's been cold down here. Actually, like today, I went for a walk and I had sweats on and a hoodie and a puffy jacket for the wind. Of course, then when you get walking and you hit the sun, then you start sweating. And you're just all wet under like 5 layers of stuff just to keep the wind out. It was really windy yesterday. We had this kind of squall come up in the Gulf. And crazy. Winds blowing, trees are blowing. We lost power, which is weird to lose power like when the wind blows, because like we had all underground power lines in Indiana, in my neighborhood. We have underground power lines here, but it's like to the house. What? What's me to... Let me They want me to grab a video, so give me a sec. Dane, what's up? Because even though there's no show,
if you live in a Florida zip code and have 0 DUIs in the last 5 years, listen carefully. I was an insurance agent for 30 years, and what I'm about to tell you could save you up to 80% on your auto insurance. Here's what the industry doesn't want you to know. Florida drivers pay the most for car insurance out of any state in the country. As we all know from the recent 2025 leak, insurance companies are now in trouble for overcharging Florida drivers by as much as 80% for the same coverage. We call drivers in this state gold tier clients, the ones we fight to keep because of inflated commissions. But here's the dirty secret. If you're in Florida, they won't let you know you can lower your rate now.
Ooh, this guy again. Hey, what's up, Nova? Yeah, just me. I got chat up on the screen this time. That way folks can see what I'm responding to. And I got some other cameras set up. My face cam. And then my other cam here. All right. So this is how weird my setup is. And I'll do a thumb. Okay. I'm going to watch a trailer here in a second. But anyway. So I was a 2 PC streamer, right? I have my production PC, or let's, for the sake of discussion, you have a gaming PC which runs your games, and then you have your stream PC, which then, you know, does the streaming. All your cameras are hooked up to it. That's where OBS runs and all that sort of stuff. And then your gaming PC, you then with a capture card just shoot over the, you know, your video and audio for your games. In my case, it'll be my production PC, so all the design, I capture the displays of, you know, all that sort of stuff. Now, my original stream PC was I built myself back in like 2021. PC parts picker, run on Windows 10. At the time, it had the latest, you know, the top of the line CPU. Windows is an i9 and maxed out the RAM and had, I think it's a 2080 video card at the time, which I don't think was top of the line, but was at least, you know, was at least, you know, good enough to run games at, you know, the the highest graphics level. Let's just put it that way. You know, and as time goes on, you know, software gets upgraded and that sort of thing. When we moved to Florida, I was like, all right, my production PC was an Alienware, which was recommended by somebody else, and it's, you know, hindsight's 2020. If I was going to do that, I should have, you know, I should have built another production PC like I did before. Don't get me wrong, Alien was a good gaming machine, but I mean they're expensive, and then you run into this issue where anytime you want to upgrade it or use it for anything other than the gaming, you can't. It's just not built for utilitarian, uses. It's a gaming machine, put in a weird case. So what I decided to do is I bought the new production PC, and I was going to use the Alienware as my streaming PC. Well, and again, it's a gaming PC. I could not put my old capture card into it. Had to revert to using an old Elgato Uncle Jeppy. What's up, Doug? As my long lost family member, Uncle Jebby, who still back in the old stomping grounds, where it's probably cold as shit and snowed. Yeah. Land of warm sun. It's a lie. You just came in from shoveling. Minus 25 and snowing here. Yes. I mean, we don't have the snow, but it was I definitely froze my ass off this morning. So, all right. So, I tried to upgrade the Alienware to the streaming PC. All the software runs fine, but I couldn't. I had to go back to an Elgato HD60 Plus or HD60S Plus, something like that. One of those capture devices. It was really old, which meant I could only have that camera and USB webcams, but I have two DSLRs I want to use. And this morning I was like, I can bring in displays through NDI from one to another. Why wouldn't I be able to bring, the output from OBS on my streaming PC into the old streaming PC to the Alienware? And vMix has something called, well, you can use NDI, but vMix also has something called Open Media Transport, which is an open source like NDI. So what I did is I put the Decklink capture card back into my old streaming PC and basically made that a huge capture enclosure. Because that's the only thing that computer is doing right now is it runs vMix that I bring my cameras into, and then I use the OMT outputs to send the signal like through over the network to the streaming PC. So you're actually seeing the video that's coming over the network, the Ether network, to this PC, then going out into the stream. And as far as I know, the quality looks good. I don't see any sync issues. We're going to mute the music because I need to watch this trailer.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That ain't it. I think you can watch it with me. Because I think we're supposed to have some guest on the show, but let's watch.
People come to us and their teeth are so bad that they all need to be extracted. They all need to be taken out and they need to get brand new teeth. But traditionally, the old way of doing this, it usually can take somewhere up to 10 months sometimes to get your permanent teeth. And Nuvia, what's so incredible?
Right. As long as it works, I guess. Yeah, I'm with you. What I'll probably end up doing is skip that. All right, let's. What I'll probably end up doing is upgrading, because I've already got an upgrade list. I decided to do this before I tried this last solution. Is we're going to take the Alienware out of the mix and just upgrade the original Stream PC with a new motherboard, a new chip, and memory, and maybe a new power supply. But all it really is going to be is the Stream PC. So, and it needs to run Windows 11, because right now it's like the hardware doesn't even work. It won't upgrade to Windows 11 for whatever stupid reason, right? All right, let's watch this real quick.
You're dealing with something that actually does exist. There is secrecy to the space program, and I believe some of that secrecy is related to UFOs.
My first SSP conference that I attended was in 2014.
I was in the Air Force for 12 years. During that 12-year period, I was attached to JSOC, Joint Special Operations Command. Stargate, the movie, is early 90s. The invasion of Iraq is 2003.
Saddam Hussein and his sons must leave Iraq within 48 hours.
We cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions.
I did observe some individuals who I suspected to be military intel collectors who were there to observe and hear what was being discussed, because this was an SSP conference of really legitimate researchers.
For this energy of the future evolution of the human species.
We've interviewed that guy like 5 gazillion times.
Trained from my adolescence up to my teenage years, to the age of 17, as a super soldier in Project Human Shadow, which again was a different kind of program.
Did you ever go to space?
Did I ever go to space?
Yes.
In my physical body?
Yes.
We're talking way long ago when he first came out, when he was claiming that a great solar flash would hit Earth in 2022. Still waiting for that.
Because the shit's going down and you don't want to be here, but we're going to take you aboard our spaceship to safety. Like, that was actually the early Ashtar Command message.
We're all here. We're at a secret space conference.
But this is a step between, being live on Earth and being dead back with your group, or your soul family. They basically can step in the middle of that and capture the consciousness and memories.
When I was privately owned, and there was a time I witnessed Satanism.
Bill's claims that the US Navy out of Naval Air Station San Diego actually had a covert espionage program to learn about what the Nazis were doing.
He's getting this slow, revealing JPEG that's coming down ever so slowly, but he's seeing a spacecraft that doesn't look like anything we ever built.
My planet, your planet, our planet. Thank you, Galactic Federation of Worlds, showing up.
If the system feels rigged, it's because it is. I hate that
All right. I think I'm just going to repurpose a thumb. That's what I'm going to do. I don't know why I mute the music with the way I do. Wait, okay. There we go. I got to get back into. You love Monty Python, I know, right? I've gotta get back into. Well, here's the thing. I'm not gonna get back into streaming as much as I had been. This is more or less just to test some setups and stuff. But like this camera right here is set up with a teleprompter, so that I can do some quick like talking head videos. But yeah, you know, it's like I just need to get back into doing the things I was doing. Hey, did anybody watch Seven Nights of the Seven Kingdoms? A Night in the Seven Kingdoms? I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch it tonight. Gonna watch that tonight. What is this music? I have not. I've not watched Starfleet Academy. That's on Paramount, right? Because I don't have Paramount. Fallout. Been watching that. Hell's Kitchen. Yeah, first episode is free for limited time on YouTube. Got it. Landman. That's a show I want to see. That and Yellowstone. Are two shows I want to go back and watch. Trying to think of what I've been watching recently here. All right, we're gonna open up. Well, I can't be able because it was smooth. Son of a biscuit eater. Landman, yeah. Well, you got Billy Bob Thornton and I can't remember his name. Oh, shit. All right, hold on. One thing I should redo is the power. My power setup. I've got a battery backup. The power went out and I need to plug in at least 2 monitors, one to the, or one from each, map drive's giving me nightmares from yeah, I forgot to turn back on the NAS, after the power outage. So now I gotta wait for that to boot up. I need to buy 2 more hard drives for the NAS so that I can start moving things over, because these other 2 hard drives, you know, they're getting, it's like, you know, I know they're NAS, they're designed to be, you know, heavy duty. What's the guy's name? What's the other guy's name? I'm gonna have to look it up. All right, Landman. Please don't be a porn. Sam Elliott. Good to see Ali Lauder back in the game. Demi Moore. Andy Garcia. Wow. John Hamm's in it? Didn't know that. Mark Colley. I remember him. Yeah, I got to fix that too. I can undaisy chain those now and plug those into the wall behind here. The whole point I was trying to do is try to keep all the cables off the ground, so that I can move this desk back and forth when I need to get back here, because all the computers are now on a rack on this side of the room in the corner, but I've got a desk that's in front of it here, and then this desk is on its corners it in. So in order to get to it, I need to move this desk out, and I wanted to be able to get back there and vacuum and all that kind of stuff. So everything is like tied together and into a kind of a big cable bunch that goes to the rack, and you know, that was the whole deal. But yeah, I do need to unplug and then plug those back into the, let's see. Are we back in business? Yes, we're back in business. All right. Back in business. All right. We want, still looking for something to go on this shelf right here. I mean, I got tons of shit. Trust me, tons of stuff. And then there's shelves down. This shelf right here. This shelf. I need to find some things to put on that shelf. And then I've got there's these bottom shelves underneath it. I'm gonna get these strip lights to put there right now. These are these big floodlights that cause, you see the banding there, right? The banding, that's terrible. I want to get rid of that. So I want to get smart plugs, Doug. That's what I want to do. Smart plugs, so that I can just one click and everything turns on as far as my lights. Because right now I got to pull up my phone and everything. One app at a time, I got to turn it because it's all on different systems. I got Govee, Fiat lights. Yeah, just 4 different types of lights. But really, if I'm not going to stream, why? I don't need. I just need, really, I just need video lights for when I record the limited videos of me talking. Oops. So what's new, everybody? What's going on? Tell me something new. Tell me if there's anything cool going on. How's 2026 other than the usual, the crazy shit that's going on? What's happening? Finally got the electrician to fix our breaker that kept popping when the washing machine would run. Reusable spools. Hell, I mean, why go through this trouble? All right. Let's do this. I'll just show you the process I use. So I use ChatGPT. I've created a GPT with instructions so that I can do thumbnails quicker. And basically it's like I act like a director and give it instructions, and it poops out the image that I want. So we're gonna do a waiting on Friday gaming time to start back. What is the hot game these days? I know people have been playing Arc Raiders. I seriously I have not done much gaming at all. I tried to get back into like Space Engineers for a bit, just to, as something that you can go in and play for as long as you want and then get out without having to start some long campaign. And that got kind of, I don't know, got to where it was like, oh, it just eats up too much time because I never seem to have enough time. Arc Raiders, yeah. All right. So what I usually do with this is we say, close up of the 4 alien races, Greys, Rep, Billions. I'll go back and do you spell it? Reptilian. What is it? Avalonians. And insectoids. In the left 2/3, left 2/3 of the frame. All looking stoic. In the background is an alien Orkians, yeah. No, but I think what they say, the 4 races are like what are the 4 alien races? Greys, Nordics. Sorry, Nordics. Greys, Nordics, and reptilians. Is that like, you know, what were the 3 realms in Dark Age of Camelot? Because you had the one based on, you know, British folklore, one on Viking or Scandinavian. And why I can't think of the third, I don't know. Was it Avalonian? Avalonian? So long ago. Midgard. There we go. Avalonian and Hibernia. Hibernia, which was more of the Irish folklore. Avalonia was like the English. And then Midgard was kind of the Viking Scandinavian. Yeah. So I guess the Nordics are more like the Midgard. I don't know. Anyway. So, Reptilians, the Nordics. Insectoids. Approaching the moon on a star-filled base background. All right. So what this does, then it follows instructions I've already given it in the GPT. Spits out a prompt. And as long as everything looks good, I mean, it already has like the camera type and everything that I wanted to use. And as long as it's, looks good, I then, because I have instructions like, give me the prompt first, don't generate it. And then once then I'll give you approval. Then we just say generate. Sometimes I have to argue. with ChatGPT because it sometimes is a pain in the butt. It will let me, because we're a news channel where most of these are news editorial type thumbnails, and I'll ask for specific individuals in certain situations to just demonstrate, and yeah, we'll go with that one. All right. I like that. We're going to copy it. I'm going to go back over to Photoshop. Anyway, I have to argue. It likes, well, I don't know if it really lies. Well, yes. I want to say yes. Sometimes it lies because it will produce an image for me. And then all of a sudden, because maybe I use a different political figure, it then says, "Oh, I can't use people, like this because it puts them in." I was like, "You just did it 5 times in a row for me for these other people, and now you're telling me you can't." I was like, "Well, I know you're frustrated. It's just that I have to follow the rules." Like, but you didn't follow the rules, you moron. You gave me what I wanted when I asked for it all these other times, but now, because it's someone it could be argued. But anyway. Okay, so file new. We're gonna paste that one. I have 2 actions set up. The first makes it, because we need a 1280 by 720 image, and ChatGPT does not put out these. It does not put out exact images. It'll do close to 16 by 9, but it's not 16 by 9. This image right here is this is 1536 by 1040. So I have an action. I go in here and I just, it goes through the steps, so I don't have to do it every time. It does it all in one button press, where it expands it and uses generative expand. And usually I'll go a second step where I have what's called a thumbify, where what I do is usually remove the subject from the background. Let's see how this works. So I just make sure thumbify is selected. I hit the button and it basically selects, the subjects, the foregrounds, or creates a copy, removes the background of that, selects them, expands the selection, and then goes back to the background frame to paste and then fills it in. Now this, it even, It even selected the moon and the spaceship, which is fine. I think I could do it that way. And then makes them all into smart objects. So then I'll drag it over to the thumbnail template. We'll just move these down because there's a frame and then a little icon that we use. I think we can make those guys a little smaller. And then we have some headshots that we use. So I've got a lot of these little kind of things that kind of help me make creating these a bit faster, where I don't have to go find an image of Clayton and then try to separate him from the background. I've already got something like that done and ready to go that I just drag. I need to pester him so he can create some new ones for me. All right, do a little drop shadow there. I also drop in. We have different elements that we use. We kind of have a. Oh, it's moved. What are you talking about? Come on, open. We use the same elements over and over again, just to, for consistency, so that our thumbnails kind of keep the same kind of branding and look. And one of the things we've been using is just a big red arrow. So I have an image or a Photoshop file that's layered that has all kinds of elements that, a lot of times we can use and just drag and drop. And I don't have to keep going and looking for it. Just going to point it at the moon. We're on the moon. All right, this is Dark Alliance, what we'll call it. Dark Alliance. The name of a video game, Dark Alliance Interview. Then I export that out and we save it to our final. What is today? Today's the 20th, 19th. Okay. January's like almost over. Where did we? Oh, no. No! No! Yeah, that was like old stream beats. All right. I'm gonna upload it. it's come to the realization that one of the next big purchases I need is a laptop. Which is probably what I should have got instead of the big honkin' Velocity Micro machine. I should have got a good laptop workstation. Because there are times when I have lost power or internet and I've needed to work on something and I can't do it. And using the iPad and my iPhone is you know, my iPhone is a hotspot on my iPad, as you know, using Canva, you know, is a pain in the butt. I went and bought a Magic Keyboard to work with my iPad, and that made it a little better. What's wrong with Grogu? Oh, you just can't see his head. Grogu. All right. How long did that take? I don't even time myself anymore. File. Save as. So what everybody Christmas time came around. What did we get? What did we get for Christmas? Did we I got myself a new computer and a house and a truck. And a dog, who luckily is peacefully sleeping over in the corner. Down there, back, right there. My kid's doing good. I think still at work. I can spy on her because of, you know, got that. Nope, still at work. But we still got that family plan. She's on our iPhone family plan, so I can see where she's located. I was not as like, I guess melancholy, I guess it would be, about not having, spending Christmas with, my kid. Well, I do miss her. It's like, a lot of times I go, not calling me every 5 minutes with an emergency. She seems to be handling things, which is, something you want to have happen, right? Doesn't mean I don't worry. Just, it's like, all right, what else was I was really just, I didn't have anything planned today. One of the things I think I was going to do was, so, this is the kind of old look, but I think I want to do something new. No calls to me for any emergencies either. I know, right? But the whole thing is like, I keep telling her, call your Uncle Doug. Just call. But, again, doing her own thing. So I can't complain. I mean, I can't, she's paying her bills. All right. One of the things I was going to, like I said, I didn't have anything planned, but I kind of want to redo my stuff, redo my branding. Wrong spot. What's up? What's happening? Welcome to the impromptu stream. I'm going to get off here. Have a good one. All right, Michelle. We'll see you next time. Yeah, stay warm. Damn, Michelle, did I not see like half your chats? Yeah, I did not. Apparently those chats are not coming through. Oh, never mind. That's Doug. Never mind. I was like, wait, that's Doug's chat. So you only chatted the one. Yes. All right. We'll see ya. It seems like so much of YouTube now is ripping off each other to the point of conformity. Everything looks the same. You need to come up with the next great thumbnail look. Yeah, I look, I'm in that circle. I'm in that circle because one of the people I work with is one of those internet gurus. Now, he doesn't do that sort of stuff, the streaming gurus, okay? But he doesn't do that stuff anymore since he's kind of more in the kind of vlogging and we focus on redacting the political aspect of it and that sort of stuff. But there are a lot. I mean, it's the same thing with AI. There are just so many people out there. You go on YouTube and it's all about everybody trying to tell you how to make content. How to make money making content. You can make money now, which you can. But most of the people that are out there, like, they want to tell you how to make content, they also go, here's how you do it. But if you want to really know how to do it, sign up to my, 6 weeks course or be part of my, inner circle for $20 a month, right? Which there's nothing wrong with that. As if you feel like you're getting value for your money. But that's certainly what everyone's like. Oh, you need to do thumbnails like Mr. Beast. Do this kind of thumbnail. It's like, I mean, I want to do thumbnails that are catchy. I think, but I've not had complaints about our thumbnails on Redacted as far as like I'm doing a bad job or whatever. Now there are some times when they don't exactly match the title, but there's some timing issues that go on with how we do the show, and by the time he gets around to doing the titles for the segments, I've already done a thumbnail based on what I thought was the topic of the segment, and then he just changes it all around. That's few and far between. Most of the time, it's I'm 80% on top of what the subject of the video is, based on the show, and what the title will be about. But there's not anything new you can do with thumbnail, as far as because everything's been done. You just have to figure out a good look and feel for your branding. Because you definitely don't want your thumbnail looking like everybody else's. You want it. You want your recommended to come up, and you want to be able to say, "Oh, that's that channel I like's thumbnail." Yeah, one of the things that because of the shorts and short form content, a lot of people are being fed videos that are years old, because nobody's making new long form content. They're all focusing on the short form, which for the short term gain, and they're not making new long. And that's kind of what I want to do. When I say long form, I say basically, 5 minutes or above. And really, you want to catch people's attention these days is you've got to be authentic. You want to try, don't try to, be, hey, it's your boy so-and-so, and this video is going to be on this. Let's get to it. This is all the header stuff, the new headers and stuff for the various channels, but I need overlay. Static overlays. Static template. I really need to go finish to do some polishing on this, and then create a couple of more different templates, and then put these on Gumroad for like $5 a download. I also need to do like a template for Canva for it and for Affinity. All right, I'm going to say file save as. We're going to file save as. Grim Skull 2000 branding, and this is going to be all right. We're done with that. Done with that. Done with that. Done with this. All right. I'll go back over to here. I don't know why it's saying that. We're going to take this background. Go to the template factory. Go here. Yes, I get it. That to the smart object, bring it over here. Save. And boom. What do I need? What do I need? What do I need? We need to change the color. Are we geek? All right, what do I use the most? This is what kills me. I try all kinds of things to how do I create a shared folder? And I do. I create one and then I can't ever get to it. Let's see. All right. I'm going to go all my drives. No. I know damn well all right. other trackers. No. I went in and got rid of tried to get rid of all, basically I turned off all the login to, like when you boot up your computer and you have to log in, turn that shit off because I was tired of it, because nobody else uses this computer except me. I then went in and did the file sharing between the new PC and this one, and it was working. And then after the power outage, it was like, fuck you. It's like with every Windows version, they want to like make it more difficult to do things. Even though it's shared. It's telling me what I'm looking for is shared. And I shouldn't have to reboot. Mothers. How the fuck do you get to the old control panel? Shit. Right. We'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way that I did it before. Because I can get to my NAS, because it's a network NAS. I can get to that easily. But, you know, Windows 11 sharing is fucking so just a pain in the ass. Network path not found. Yet I can see it. Alien is there. It's there. I see it. Oh, my dog disappeared. Why did it name it that? Ah. For sure. If we use them all, we use them all. If we don't, we don't. Export. All right, I'm gonna go to assets. Main background. Hello? Ah, okay. Now, maybe we get rid of oh, okay. I need to go my cameras and then we go here. Let's get rid of the nameplate for the moment. We're going to get rid of the cam border, but let's put a border on this on thicknesses of radius of 8. How's that look? White. I need a white logo or nameplate. I have one. Let's just Selected font search. This persists. Why? It being a dick. What font are you talking about? He's got to be shitting me. Hey, anterior whatever. No, let's not. You can go fuck off. How about that? I need to put like an instant ban. Live. Unstable. On Twitch. Twitch says unstable. Everything else says, you're good. How do you fix it if you can't? If every time you hit something, it says "fuck you"? How do you fix it? Let's see. All right. Selected font failed. Go to Google. Good old Google. Is it? There's not a font cache. Is there a font cache? Do I not know that there's a... It says dude's empty. Garbage. We can do that. Let's just restart. Photoshop. Are you going to open the file? Yeah. You crazy motherfucker. Open that one. Oh, open recent. That one. That won't even open because of the font. That's just rude.
Inside, navigate to the Users folder and select your username. Find the App Data folder. If you can't see it, enable Hidden Items from View Show Hidden Items. From App Data, go to Roaming, Adobe, and select your Photoshop version further. Locate the CT font cache folder here and delete any font cache files, or delete the folder itself.
We have to. So, you know what? I'm even gonna let me check. I'm gonna check because there's a Photoshop update. I'm just no. Stop that. I'm just gonna update it. We're gonna update Photoshop. Just update it. Maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll work. I got a farmer's tan. A bit of a farmer's tan. I need to start walking around in the backyard without my shirt on. Most of the time, it just looks like I'm dirty. Because most of the time I am, because it's terrible. I got flip-flop V's on my feet. I try to wear tank tops, but it, you know. Oh, good Lord. 2 nights in a row, I've having tummy problems, and I haven't been able to, like, you know, get a good night's sleep because I'm getting up and running to the bathroom because I'm up. And I know you wanted to hear that, but hey, this is my channel, so I can talk about what I want to. I got lots of videos that I'm trying to edit. We went kayaking the other day. It was fun. Got these this 360 cameras. I got 2 of them. Now I need to get I got to clean this one off. It's a bit dirty. Progress slower than usual. Working on resolving the issue. Does that mean that something up my network? Quantum fiber has been really good in the area, except for that one day where they were down for almost 2 days. I came close to really considering Starlink. Excuse me. I don't mean to yawn. Update failed. Let's retry. All right. If Nova's still here, go. Well, Nova's not streaming. Shit. I want to shout him out, but he's not streaming these days. Mojo Jojo though is on Twitch. You should go check out Mojo Jojo. Awesome artist, PNG tuber, fellow veteran. All right. I feel like it's going to do the same thing. Yeah, and be a bitch.
Once done, reopen your Photoshop file and the issue should be resolved. If you have questions,
That was a goddamn lie. We'll need some for this space. I've got a whole tote full of video game consoles. You know, the older ones that I want to get out and use. There we go. All right. Finally. What? Oh, wow. What does it keep switching me to? I have no idea what that is. It's like creator mix. Let's do synth. Guys have not had the pleasure of seeing the dog come in here and just annoy the shit out of me. Now that I've said that. Will she? Alright. So I got this logo. I'm gonna go to my assets, and I know I've got this logo in here. Main logo. I didn't even look at where I saved this at. In transfer. Which is full of, okay, there it is. X. Logo. Okay. I don't need that name. I don't want that nameplate, right? We don't need that nameplate. Go back to my little thing here. This nameplate here, we're going to change. I just put that in the wrong scene. That's okay. Let's cut to this scene. We're going to do a couple of things. Right. Not what I want. Like I always think, I need another monitor. I need one more monitor besides the 6 I already have. All right, what are we doing? I am getting rid of that overlay. But what we're going to do is put the main background in. Okay. Then edit. That is way too thick. It's not what she said. All right, got that one kind of sorted. Why have two? Why have two like this? Which is a good question, right? Because we got this. And then this. This is the web pip, and that kind of hides all the, you know, the miscellaneous web crap. I think we need to fix the cropping a bit. Right, because we want it to come down to about here. Another show we're watching, Industry. Anybody have any opinions on the new Sophie Turner as Laura Croft? All right, I will be right back. I'm back, and so's the dog. What? What? What do you got? What do you want? What? She's ready to go outside. All right. I think I'm just gonna. This is a good time to say later. And my kid called, so I just had to talk to her for a second. So. Let's see. I'm just checking some. The different chat channels, see what's going on. It still means live chat, right? All right. Have a good one, folks. We'll see you next time. And there's no end screen, so we're just gonna say goodbye. Later.